I'm Andrea from Dev9k Games, and the mission of our company is simple. World domination. Yes, indeed, we're going to conquer the world using weapons of mass destruction, such as the time bomb boomerang or the bayonet bazooka. But for the moment, we're going to stick for the short time line, which is making a game about world domination. This is Conspiracy, a turn-based strategy game with collectible card games element. The game can be described as what happens when you mix cardboard games like Risk with collectible card games such as Magic the Gathering. The player will have the ability to customize their deck and then challenge their friend on one-on-one matches or random people on the internet. And we have this awesome Cold War spy movies and black comedy humor theme that is spread all throughout the game. And we are also having an in-game comic that has the story of the conspiracy. So I know you're thinking, how are these guys going to monetize? Let me explain you. We have a revenue model that's based on virtual goods that can be purchased with our virtual currency, the evil dollars. We can allow the people to buy these evil dollars with real money, but we're also looking at people who don't want to spend real money. So you can earn this virtual currency by doing a lot of things, such as bringing your friends into the game, for example, your Facebook friends, or you can watch evil messages, so advertisements, and we will award you a bit of evil dollars. So we will basically sell cards and virtual goods, such as booster packs, which are random sets of cards. So right now we're in a beta stage. We're into a soft launch, really upcoming. That's thanks to game founders. After our 3 months in Estonia, we've talked to a lot of people, a lot of publishers, and we're really close to a deal for a local market. And after that, we will be ready to go global this spring or this summer. So this is a typical friendly meeting at Dev9k headquarters. The guy in the middle is Massimiliano. He's our artist on the team. He's also a philosopher. And on the right, we have Antonio. He's an engineering student. He does a bit of the coding as well as taking care of the market side of things. And on the left, that's me. I'm the game programmer and designer of the team. So what happened after our 3 months in Estonia at Game Founders? People have started talking about us, so we've been featured on the Italian May issue of Wired. We've been in the Forbes June issue of the Estonian edition, and people have started talking about us, such as in the games, we've been described as dangerously addictive, and that was only the prototype of Conspiracy. So right now we're looking at a potential market of 10 million players. We're looking for a publisher. As I was saying, we're talking to a lot of people, but nothing has been signed yet, so feel free to contact us for that. And after that, we're looking for further development of our company. So we want to expand our team, we want to make other games, so we're also open to an investment to 250,000 euros. So let me recap. I'm Andrea from Dev9k Games. The game is called Conspiracy. I thank you for your attention. Sorry.
All right, so let's take the first question. Michael?
Is there a single-player version as well, or PvE, or is it just pure PvP?
Yes, we feature also a single-player campaign to teach the player how to play, basically.
And for multiplayer, how do you think about player matching?
Yes, thank you for your question. Right now we give the possibility to choose your opponent from a leaderboard system. Right now we have also a random player selection. And in the future, we're going to add different kind of leagues of the game.
How reliant is the gameplay on the physical cards?
Sorry?
How reliant is the gameplay mechanic on the physical cards?
How?
How much dependency do you have on the physical cards for the gameplay?
Well, they are virtual cards, of course. So there are great effort has been put into balancing the game. So you have both the strategic component of the game in Risk, but half of the fun is also creating your deck. So it's more card game than a Risk game, if that's your question.
My question was more about the physical. Will you have physical cards as well?
No, they're virtual cards. Only virtual cards. Yeah.
What's your platform strategy?
Right now we're targeting Android for our first launch. We're a mobile game, but in the future, after the soft launch, we're going to go on other platforms. So,
Are you developing on Unity or?
yeah, we're using the Unity engine, so it's really easy for us to go from one platform to others.
Okay. Any other questions from the panel? No? So thank you for good answers, and let's go to some feedback. Felix, do you have some feedback?
I think the game looks really good. Yes. I think the
Don't turn it off. Keep it green.
it is yellow. What does that mean?
That means it's
Slow down, you're talking too fast.
It's muted.
It's muted, just press it.
You just press it in.
Okay, I think we have
There
it.
we go.
Fantastic. No, I think the game looks really good. In the idea, I would have loved to see a bit more about the game itself. At least a couple of screenshots, that would have been helpful. And the platform strategy, I think that was a highly interesting part. I think what kind of platform you target influences a lot how you would go to market and how you would deal with those things. And maybe, I don't know if that work has been done, but maybe it would be helpful to think a bit about what kind of platforms are you targeting, who are you talking to. We have Sony, Microsoft here. If you're thinking about the Microsoft universe, are you talking to Microsoft people? If you're doing anything on Android, are you talking to Sony or Google or whomever? I think that would have been helpful information.
Great, thank you. Rob?
No, equally, I think it was a great concept. I would have liked to see more about the gameplay and what the core mechanic is. What are people actually doing in the game? And what is the hook? How are you bringing people into that game?
Great, thanks.
Lots of card collectible games out here in the US. DNA3 are inundating us with card collectible games. As you stack together different card decks, or at least as they're doing it, once the decks are set up, the battle happens and there's no control. Think about the idea of being able to interject or profile touch and perhaps control within that game, changing the deck in the middle of the fight. Some way to differentiate versus all the other collectible card games out there.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that comment. I think the other thing to think about is, the most common mistake that we see among portfolio companies and folks pitching to us is an absolute lack of any clarity of a marketing plan. And it's becoming a real issue. I think most developers who have games on either on the App Store, Play, or wherever will attest to that. CPIs are going through the roof. Market's becoming very saturated, and consumers, are pressed for time. So I think really thinking about your marketing in terms of, who is the player demographic besides saying, oh, it's male gamers 18 to 24. You're going to have to drill down a lot deeper than that and really kind of find a niche which is potentially underserved. So really think about your target audience. Really think about alternative routes to market. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to bash Google Play, seeing as I just came from there. But there's a lot of different routes to reach consumers, particularly on Android, right? Whether it's like pre-installs or other channels or Amazon or whatnot. So really think about that. Game looks good. I agree. I would have loved to have seen some game footage, but otherwise, it's an interesting concept.
Thank you. Mark?
Yeah, I agree with all these guys.
Thank you. Thank you.